earlier today for finals. Pittsburgh loses to Miami 31-19. Liberty moves to 4-0 on the season after they beat Syracuse 38-21. Number 14 Tennessee was upset by Kentucky 34-7. Games going on right now. West Virginia cruising over Kansas 31-10 in the fourth quarter. South Carolina is hanging on to a 30-22 lead over 13th ranked Auburn in the fourth. Number 1 Clemson is spanking Georgia Tech right now. 73-7 is that score in the fourth quarter. It's a shootout between South Florida and Temple. The Owls have a 39-31 lead with about a minute to go in the fourth quarter. At the half, it's Army 14, UT San Antonio 10, and Notre Dame has a 6-0 lead over Louisville in the second quarter. And that is a look at your scoreboard. Now let's head in to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
73 points rolled up by Clemson today, and surely it wasn't that long ago. South Florida had a lead over Temple. That has evaporated quickly. As you said, 39-31. Temple in the lead there. All right, we got games going on. We'll keep you up to date on what is happening in the world of college football. But we are talking about ECU's loss to Navy, 27-23. And, man, what an effort by the Pirate defense today. The best performance we've seen out of an ECU defense in this matchup. And the offense could not get it done today with Mason Garcia starting in his first game of his ECU career. We will talk about that and a lot more on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. We have 3 open lines at the moment, 317-1250. If you want to jump in, Cameron is up first in Greenville. Hey, Cameron.
Hey, Clip, what's up, man? Well, listen, my heart hurts right now because I know if we have Holt Nailers this game, we probably win this game. That's all I got to say. I'm so proud of the way our defense played. I haven't seen our defense play it that way against Navy ever. And I've been at Dowdy Philpin during the blowouts when they scored 76 points on us and 60 points and whatever. But our defense played amazing. Every single our linebackers, our defensive line, our quarterbacks, they did what they needed to do to get us in position to win this game. And it's just so unfortunate that we don't have Holt Nailers tonight. Nothing against Mason Garcia. You can't blame him. He's got a lot of potential. He hasn't had a spring practice. He got thrown in there today. He did good. He just panicked when the pocket collapsed around him a lot of times today. He's got potential, but it's so unfortunate what happened today without Holt Nailers. He tested negative today and was not allowed to play. Meanwhile, Nick Saban is allowed to coach today after three negative tests. The double standard in the NCAA between the Power 5 and the Group of 5 is ridiculous. It's awful, but I am so proud of the way our defense played tonight. I'm proud of our team. This loss hurts, but that's the best I've seen our defense play against Navy. And I don't think anybody can argue with me. If we have Holt Nailers tonight, we win that game if we don't kick those 3 field goals and their touchdowns instead. And Mason, nothing against Mason. He missed some open receivers, but it's his first ever game. He can't hold anything against him. He has a high potential, but it's a tough loss. But I'm proud of the way our defense played, and I'm just so utterly mad right now that Holt Nailers was not allowed to play this game when Nick Saban is allowed to coach for Alabama today. It's just ridiculous. But as always, go Pirates, and I'll give it back to you, Cliff.
All right, Cameron, thanks for the call and some good points there. They were going to stick whatever up Nick Saban's nose until whatever result they wanted came out, where he could be on the sidelines tonight when Alabama takes on Georgia on CBS. And I don't understand, the testing positive and why the players who test negative are testing all week. The player tests positive, he's not being tested again to make sure that positive is a positive. You would think you would want to confirm that with an additional test, but apparently that is not the case. I cannot tell you why, but that's the deal there. And Holt Nailers unable to be at this game, and he's tweeting during the game talking about the spot late in the game where Navy goes for it on 4th down. They get the first down. Seemed to be a pretty generous spot by the officials there, and Navy's able to move the chains, and eventually ECU just did not have enough time when they got the ball back there inside of a minute. All right, 317-1250, Navy with the 27-23 victory over East Carolina today. We have open lines if you want to jump in, 317-1250. We got Rick Smith, who will join us momentarily. We'll get his thoughts on the game. And once again, the Pirates able to run the football today. And that has been a major weapon these last 2 weeks. Raji Harris getting going, and he was helped out by an 80-yard burst there in the fourth quarter to make the numbers look even better. But looking at the UB stat sheet, Harris, 22 carries, 172 yards, and a touchdown. Mason Garcia, I talked about this in the pregame. How much would they run him today? He looked good running the football, 63 yards, and scored his first touchdown as a Pirate. But you're not going to win with 104 passing yards. Mason Garcia, 10 of 20 today, 104 passing yards, no touchdowns, no picks in his first start as a Pirate. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back. We have open lines, 317-1250. If you want to jump in, you can do so right now. 317-1250. We're back on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show after this.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
Hey guys, are you tired of tagging along with your wife or your girlfriend when you need a pedicure or manicure? Do you feel intimidated being the only guy in a female nail salon? If so, then I have the solution for you. The Man Cave is now open. I'm Amanda and I've opened the Man Cave to give men a spot just for them and for their grooming needs. Come relax in our comfortable masculine atmosphere and enjoy some free drinks and snacks during your nail service. The Man Cave, next to Lighting by Design on Fire Tower Road in Greenville.
Your CBD store in Greenville has the highest quality CBD products in the country. Your CBD store is the first and only brand that carries USDA certified organic products such as gummies, honey sticks, and high absorption water soluble liquids, which are all made in the United States. They even offer products for your pet. The educated staff will help you answer any questions, and you can stop in anytime to get a free sample. Your CBD store, locally owned and operated, open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 6, right beside Duck Donuts in Greenville.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is former ECU tight end Bryce Williams from my friends at the Auto Store Group. If you're in the market for a quality used vehicle, then the Auto Store Group is for you. The Auto Store Group has 3 locations and over 150 quality used vehicles to choose from for all budgets. Shop their entire inventory today at theautostoregroup.com. The Auto Store Group, your hometown store and Pirate owned and operated for over 38 years. Go Pirates!
Here with Mike Mullis from Fixed NC. And Mike, you were telling me the other day, people ask you all the time, I didn't know you did that. What does that mean?
You know, anything that involves property damage repair, call us first. If it's your crawl space, you've got interior humidity issues, a water loss, your ice maker line breaks, obviously fire and smoke, everybody knows we do those, but anything that involves interior or exterior property damage, we're your repair experts.
Mike, how can everybody get in touch with you?
252-999-0001 or fixednc.com.
What's the big deal?
Where can you get pizza, bread twists, specialty chicken, and more for just $5.99 each?
Is it at Domino's?
He hands off hand-tossed pizza and a marble cookie brownie. He's going! There's a lot of variety on the radio and at Domino's too, where you can
mix and match 2 or more. $5.99 each at Domino's.
2-item minimum. Pan pizza, bone-in wings, and bread bowls will be extra. Ask for this limited time offer. Prices, participation, delivery area, and charges may vary.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
This is Coach Blake Carroll, defense coordinator for East Carolina football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to the U.S. Cellular 5th quarter postgame call-in show. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, back with you on the U.S. Cellular 5th quarter call-in show. Clip Brock and Coach Rick Smith has joined us inside the Pirate Radio studios. We got Nolan, Bryce, Randy, and Sean on the Fixed NC live line. We'll get to those calls in just a moment, but we'll get some quick thoughts from Coach Smith to kick off this segment. Coach, Pirates, that is, when you were on staff here, your defense allowed 28 points, which was the lowest amount Navy had scored until today, 27 points, as they missed that extra point. But overall, Coach, you got to be pretty impressed with the defense today, right?
Yeah, I watched the game, and I thought the defense did a nice job. The fullback dive hurt them a couple of times. That was a 20-something yard touchdown run on the dive. But overall, I enjoyed watching our defense play, and a lot of people don't realize this. I was doing something over the weekend, which a lot of people don't realize. Navy's offense has 7 seniors on their offense and 4 juniors. On our defense, we only have 3 seniors. So you got 7 seniors on Navy's offense and 4 juniors, and on our defense, which is going against them, you got 3 seniors, 1 junior, 6 sophomores, and a freshman.
That might count Tank Robinson, who didn't play today, so you might be down even another senior.
So I'm just thinking, you think about that young defense that East Carolina has. I thought they did a great job today. I mean, even though we got beat, I'm proud of the way the defense played against a veteran Navy offense. And it's tough even if you got all seniors on defense going against something you don't see but once a year.
All right, 317-1250. We'll run through these wave of calls and get your thoughts on the loss to Navy this afternoon. All right, Sean in Sanford leads us off here. Hey, Sean.
Hey, how y'all doing today?
Doing all right. Doing all right. How are you?
Oh, fine. Am I coming in clear?
Sir.
Yeah, we got you.
Okay. Yeah, I think the defense, compared to the last 2 years, man, it is just like phenomenal today. I can't believe it. Those guys need a big old pat on the back and free pizzas for the whole team or something, because I can't believe it. I was expecting them to get blown out. I swear I was. And despite Holton Naylor's being out, it sucks that they lost, but hey, they've made a lot of improvement in just 1 year. A lot of improvement. And I'll take my comments off the air and go Pirates.
Sean, they've made a lot of improvements in the last 2 weeks since they were down in Atlanta. It looks like a different team, Coach, especially on the defensive side of the ball. All right, thank you, Sean. 317-1250. Randy is up next in Winterville. Hey, Randy.
Hey, how you doing?
All right.
Good. Hey, look, I can't believe it. ECU is going to be a power. After looking at that game today, and I watched it from front to back, with freshmen in that backfield, unbelievable. The quickness, Garcia, he had moments. Yes, he's immature as quarterback, but he was poised. The defense, I've never seen him play like that in my life against Navy. I've been here a long, long time. We're going to be unbelievable in the future. Coach Houston is doing a great job. Thank you.
All right, Randy, thank you. I made a comment, Coach, that I blinked and ECU became a power running team and a tough defensive team. And that is what Mike Houston wants to do. Maybe he doesn't have all the pieces yet, but the final product of what Mike Houston's ECU Pirates want to look like is something like today, running the football and doing a good job against Navy.
Well, again, when Coach Houston came here, we had 3 years of not real good recruiting. Actually 4 years. The last year Coach Ruff was here, he was fired right when recruiting started, and that hurt recruiting. And then Montgomery's 3 years of getting our tail kicked. You got to give Coach Houston time. I mean, we're playing with young players. Like I mentioned, our our defense, 3 seniors is all we had, and the rest of them are young kids, and they're just going to get better. I thought they did a great job. I mean, I was hoping we'd win.
Yeah.
But I was also hoping if we didn't win that it would be respectable, and it was.
Yeah, and then you hear a lot of folks say this is a year for progressing, getting better, improving. You'd like to pick up some W's along the way, but you're certainly seeing signs of improvement even in today's 4-point loss to Navy. All right, Bryce is up next at Shackleford Island. Hey, Bryce.
Hey, fellas. I'll make it quick because I'm out here. We're doing some work, but I'm literally sitting here at the back of my motor on our boat's got a pirate skull and crossbones, which is kind of fitting because I'm on a boat with Navy sunk our ship today. That, you know, I got to see most of the game, and, yeah, I mean, Mason Garcia, I mean, the game moved real fast. See, that was evident. I mean, he's a load, and can have some time to work. And I'm going to repeat a lot of stuff. I don't want to repeat a lot of stuff, but I'm not sure if everybody's looked at Twitter and see what Holt Naylor's posted about his false negative test. And he went on his own and got tested at the hospital and was negative. And the NCAA gave us a good old-fashioned Eastern Carolina screw job today.
All right, Bryce. I'll read what Holt Naylor's brother put out on Twitter. Griffin Ahlers. Griffin Ahlers said, so Saban, talking about Nick Saban, can get 3+ tests in a week. Holton is only allowed to have 1 test after testing positive. His roommate's girlfriend, family, team are all negative, but they refused to let him get a second test. Holton just went out and got another test on his own since he was showing 0 symptoms. Turns out he's negative, and just like Saban, it was originally a false positive. Turns out ECU is down 4 starters because of this false test. Unbelievable. That, according to Griffin Ahlers, the brother of Holt Naylors. And again, I don't understand why, if you test negative, you're repeatedly testing. I do understand that. You keep on testing. That makes sense. But why, if you get a positive, do you not test to make sure that positive is indeed a positive? The fact that he only took 1 test and it was negative and did not get retested is strange, and I don't understand that at all. But that is what happened this week, and that was the case, and that's why Holt Naylors didn't play, and then some of his other teammates, due to contact tracing, weren't able to play this week. All right, 317-1250. Let's go to Nolan in Raleigh. Hey, Nolan.
How y'all doing? I know y'all are doing all right, and I know everybody asks y'all that. So, first-time caller, long-time listener. My short is, let's move forward. We can't go back and win the game versus Navy. I'm looking at our next 5 games. I see a potential for 4-1, 3-2. Let's go positive. Let's move forward. We got a bye week. We're going to get Holton back. Let's rock and roll. Going to go down to Tulsa, get that dub on ESPN2, and it's all moving positive. So that's the way I'm looking at this. I was impressed today. Wanted to win. Moral victories are kind of a joke, but at the same time, that defense today, we're proud of that. Come on. So what do y'all think based on that moving forward? I see 3-2, maybe 4-1. Teams playing well. Let's go. We can't go backwards. Should have beat Navy today, but we got a bye week. Let's rock and roll October 30th.
All right.
I'm going to listen.
Positive Nolan there with the comments. You know what, Nolan? I'm not going to, break up your positive vibes. I'll just say I agree with you. The schedule is super tough coming up for the Pirates, but with the way they played today, with the way they looked at South Florida, at least be in games in the fourth quarter. Give yourselves a chance to win. If Holt Naylors plays today, they might win that game. Definitely have more passing yards, and who knows what they can do. Tulsa looks good. Tulane is tough. Cincinnati's top 10 in the country, and then you got Temple, SMU. So, I mean, the schedule's tough for sure, but, man, if the Pirates show up like they did today, like they did last week, they got a shot about against anybody, Coach.
Well, that's true, and I try not to look at the schedule. When I was coaching, I looked at the schedule before the season started and made my prediction for each week. I didn't look at it again until the end of the year. I looked at one game at a time. Mm-hmm. And that's what our coaching staff has to do, and that's what the players have to do. You just go, hey, tomorrow's Sunday, look at the film, get your corrections, talk about the things you did wrong, talk about the things you did right. Go out there Sunday and work on some of the things that you did wrong, and they're off on Monday, and then you start Tuesday game preparations for the next game, and you just try to win the next one.
All right, 317-1250. We have 3 open lines. If you want to jump in, you can. We got John up in Kitty Hawk. Hey, John.
Hey, guys. First of all, I'd like to say that you all do a great job, and it's very positive for the Pirate Nation to have you guys to listen to. My question is, can we not challenge a spot? Because that last spot, even the announcer mentioned that it appeared his knee was down.
That is a great question, and in the NFL, within 2 minutes, it's all booth reviews. The coaches can't challenge. And John, I'm going to look up and try to find out and Coach, maybe you know the current rules with challenging spots. Can you do that as a coach?
Not in college.
So now, but we have seen. I feel like we've seen spots challenged, but maybe not. Maybe it's just not a challengeable call, even from officials.
Now the officials can.
Okay, all right.
Among each other.
Right.
But the head coach can't walk out and say, "Hey, dummy." I want to challenge that.
And it sure looked like they got a very generous spot on that 4th down.
I thought it was generous too,
especially when they stretch the trains and the ball is all the way.
Yeah, I was thinking, man, this is going to be close. I thought if it was the 1st down, that chain was going to be on one of those white stripes on the football, but it was like 6 inches behind the complete football.
Right. John, thanks for your comments. Also, anything else today?
No, I'm very proud of the performance that we had, and the future is promising, I believe, and it's a shame that last spot possibly cost us the game, but that's football, and we have to live with it. But
yes, sir.
I'm proud of the Pirates.
All right, John. Well, thank you for checking in with us. Appreciate it.
Okay.
John in Kitty Hawk there. Let's get another one in, and we have open lines 317-1250. B Pace is up in Raleigh. What's up, Pace?
What's up, Clint? What's up, Coach?
What's up?
Coach, let me ask you a question. Do you think? I wonder why Coach Houston didn't call a timeout there on that last that spot situation to ask for a review. If I'm not clear, I might not be clear on it. Does the review automatically have to come from upstairs, or can Coach Houston ask for a review?
Well, you can ask for it, but they might not hear you. I mean, it's because whatever they decide, that's the way it has to be, unless it's changed from upstairs.
And you also Pace, you take you maybe take a timeout there to give the officials or the booth, whoever's up there, more time to say, hey, maybe we need to look at this type of thing.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking.
When I was coaching in NFL Europe, our quarterback coach was Peter Valls, and Peter at one time was a head coach, in college, and he actually travels all over the nation for these games, and he's one of those guys that's up in the press box that watches the game, and he challenges calls that the officials make from up in the press box. I don't know if many people knew that, but
so he's like the booth review,
right?
When the official, yeah.
Even though there's officials on the field, they have officials in the press box that can call down to the official and say, "Hey, we need to measure that, or we need to do this, we need to do that." I know a lot of people don't know that, but there's a guy up in the sky that we don't know about.
The eye in the sky.
Yeah, and I thought the defense played good today. The only thing I would like maybe seen on the offense today was we just didn't. I don't know, and I know he threw him into the fire. I get it, but I like to see maybe the tight ends utilized a little bit today. I didn't really see. I don't think we didn't throw the ball much at all, but I didn't see them utilized much at all. Maybe take a little bit of pressure off Mason, but that's probably the best Navy game we played since we beat them up there in 2011 when Dominique Davis was quarterback. So they look good today. Proud of the defense, offense, put in a tough situation, but we got a real deal running back. He reminds me of a mixture of Junior Smith and Chris Johnson. If you combine two bodies and put them together, that's who he reminds me of.
He had some burst on that 80-yard touchdown run. All right, Paige, thanks for checking in, man.
All right, buddy. Y'all be good.
All right, there's B-Pays in Raleigh on the Fixed NC live line, and that one's cleared, which means we have open lines, 317-1250. If you want to jump in, we'll take a timeout, come back, and have more on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. You got a question for Coach Smith, give us a call, 317-1250. We're back with you after this.
At Tiebreakers, we pride ourselves on serving
big, juicy wings.
I'm talking
big and juicy.
Our chickens are the same ones that kick sand in the other chickens' faces. If our chickens played football, they'd be linebackers. The competition's chickens, they'd be
skinny little kickers.
Trade those kickers in for linebackers.
Tiebreakers is open every day at 11 a.m. Follow Tiebreakers on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates.
Hey Pirate fans, this is head coach Mike Houston. The physicians at Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center have been taking care of our athletes here at East Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or if it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care, physical therapy, and diagnostic testing. For experienced and professional services, call the folks who have been taking care of me and many of our fans in Pirate Nation, or visit them online at orthopedicseast.com. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom Brown from Brown & Wood Cadillac. We've been serving the Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina for 83 years. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This month at Brown & Wood, get an all-new 2020 Cadillac Escalade and save over $13,000 off. As always, Brown & Wood is the home of the lifetime warranty.
We're located on Greenville Boulevard next to the Convention Center, or shop us online at brownandwoodauto.com.
With rates being historically low, now is the best time to buy or refinance your home. This is Talbot Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. Now is the time to take advantage of the opportunity to buy more home or refinance your current mortgage. The combination of our local team's experience and Angel Oak's wide offerings of products from standard conventional, government, and portfolio loans has something for most financial situations. For more information, call Talbot Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250 and 685-842. Equal housing lender.
Ahoy, mateys! To keep those cars clean, you need the Pirates Cove Fast Pass.
The new Pirates Cove Car Wash and Haviland Express Lube on Glen Burnie Road in New Bern is now open. Pirates Cove in New Bern is offering Fast Passes for $9.99 for new Fast Pass customers. You can visit us in Greenville on Fire Tower Road, Memorial Drive, and on East 10th Street, and get a Fast Pass for only $9.99 at the new location on Glen Burnie Road in New Bern.
So we have you surrounded. Pirates Cove, the official car wash partner of ECU Athletics.
Hi, this is Scott Muller with Clean Eats. Carol and I would like to personally thank all of you for supporting Clean Eats so well through these tough times. We are blessed to have such a great community helping us weather the storm. If you're having trouble consistently eating healthy, go to cleaneats.com and click on meal plans and give our tasty and affordable meals a try. Or stop by the cafe for lunch and let us show you just how simple and easy it is to get started and stay on track. Clean Eats, it's a lifestyle. 805 Red Banks Road, Arlington Village.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
This is assistant football coach Drew Dudzik, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Quarter post-game call-in show. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, 317-1250, the key you need to enter the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. Clip Brock. Rick Smith here with you, and we got open lines right now if you want to jump in. Pirates fall today 27-23 against Navy, and watching some games. Ole Miss, Arkansas. Ole Miss trying to punch it in inside the 5. They had 4 chances at it, and they fumble on 4th down, so Arkansas takes over with the ball early in that game. All right, we got Brian up in Saratoga. Hello, Brian.
Hey, I just want to point out
Defense did a great job today. First time I've seen Navy didn't put over 500 yards of offense on us. But I want to see what you guys thought about Garcia's play today. That's it for me.
Well, Garcia, I compared him to when Logan Thomas was quarterback for Virginia Tech and came to Dowdy Ficklen Stadium and couldn't really throw it at all, but was awesome running the football, had a huge arm, inaccurate. Now, the difference is Thomas was an upperclassman at that point, and this is the first start for Mason Garcia. I'm very pleased by what I saw. They went very conservative, I think, with the play calling, and he missed on a lot of passes, obviously. They really dialed down the playbook, I would imagine, Coach, with the freshman in. But he showed his athleticism on those runs. He was able to hit some short passes. And, again, I think when he learns the playbook and knows what's going on, knows the speed of the game, he's going to end up being a pretty good quarterback. And didn't have enough passing yards today, obviously, to win. But how about you? The first start, didn't know he was going to start until earlier in the week. What did you think of the quarterback?
I thought he did a great job. How many plays has that young man had in a game?
3.
3 plays, and those were the last.
Meaningless.
One game, it was 2 plays, and the game was over, and then 1 play another game.
Well, he had 3 plays in one game. He had 2 passes and a run to end the game, and when it was over, like you said. So
I thought he did a great job. I'm excited about him in the future.
And his size, Coach, and when he gets to running, that's a defensive coordinator's nightmare, ain't it?
I could see a lot of competition in the spring for quarterback position next year.
Sure. All right, 317-1250. We got Juice up in New Bern. Hello.
Well, boys, I got to tell you, this is probably the first time in about 4 years I've been fired up enough to call into this show, so I'm glad, man. The Pirates are back, baby. We are back. The Pirates are back. We're fired up. So let's talk about the positive first. I was so glad to see the defense hang in there a little bit. I've been up to Annapolis the last 3 or 4 times we played up there, and it is just demoralizing watching us play that Navy run game. And we showed up today. It was really fun to watch. Really fun to watch us run the ball the way we did. I think my only gripe is, at what point do we flip the switch from being so conservative and try to go win the game? I understand why we were so conservative. Obviously, a true freshman quarterback in there. You never want to go 3 and out against Navy, give them the ball back, and let them put together an 8-minute drive, and next thing you know, they've scored 14 points, and you've had the ball for 45 seconds. But late in the game there, when we kicked that field goal late, I'm not saying that was necessarily the wrong call, but you give them the ball back with 6.5 minutes left, you're probably not going to get the ball back. We did get it back with 20 seconds left or whatever, with 75 yards to go. At what point do you flip the switch, try to be more aggressive, try to go win the game? Because, let's be honest, what's the difference between losing by 14 and losing by 4 if you're not going to cover anyway? But like I said, I'm fired up. Pirates are heading in the right direction. Looking forward to the rest of the year.
I will agree with you. You kind of answered your own question for a while there on why they were so conservative. But I do agree that 4th down, and you're probably not going to get it. It's 4th and long. I didn't see why you would cut it to 4 there instead of go for it, and it remains 7. You're going to have to get a stop either way, and Navy doesn't kick a whole lot of field goals. They go for it on 4th down. Yeah. So from that standpoint, I would have liked to have seen them try to go for it either way. I don't think the field goal helped you that much, but I understand why overall they were conservative today. They had a guy making his first start.
Yeah.
And heck, when your defense is getting off the field like ECU was, you can play a little more conservative. You didn't have to be as aggressive, but I do agree. I would have gone for it there late on that 4th down. All right, Terry is up next in Greenville. Hey, Terry.
Yeah, on that note, I would like to suggest, since the defense played such a great job, they did such a great job, I thought, overall. I was really kind of puzzled why we went for it on 4th down on the 50-yard line with a young quarterback, even though he did overall play a great game. Help me understand that. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, another one where, in that case, so one call, why are you not going for it? The next call, why do you go for it? You got 2 yards to get. You're able to run the ball for most of the day with Raji Harris and even your quarterback, and they thought they could get the 2 yards, and They didn't. Would you have pinned them deep there, though, Coach? Try to get them inside the 10-yard line?
That's what I was thinking,
Yeah.
Just watching the game. But, I was a coach for many years, and, it's easy to second-guess, a coach's decision, but you have to remember those coaches have been in that office all week, thinking about what they're going to do in certain situations, and I can't fault any of the decisions they make. Been there, done that.
Coach Smith, probably not a fan of post-game shows when he was coaching, and that because all we do is question you coaches the whole time.
Yeah.
But no, anything else, Terry?
That's it. Appreciate y'all taking my call. Y'all do a wonderful job, and the Pirates are so much improved. Go Pirates.
All right, thank you, Terry. Appreciate it. And getting a lot of those calls. People not happy with the result today, but very pleased overall with the way this team fought and competed and was in the game till the end. This is the first time there's been a game in the fourth quarter this year, Coach. We've been on the wrong side of two of them, and last week handled South Florida. This is the first time you actually got a little nervous in the fourth quarter. Had something to watch.
Well, something I've always, I don't know where I learned it, but I used to tell our defense, okay, we're going to usually play 12 series. Okay, so the offense that you're facing is going to get 12 chances to score. Well, what are the percentages that you want to have there as a defensive staff? Now, today, people don't realize it, but our defense stopped them 77% of the time. Navy's offense had 12 series. They scored 4 touchdowns, which, that's 28 points or 27 points because they missed the next point. But the defense stopped them.
Mm-hmm. They did their job.
77% of the time, they stopped them. Well, if your offense goes out and scores 77% of the time, we got a tie.
And the Pirates were able to score, Coach, but they were putting up 3s instead of 6s and 7s, and that was kind of the difference today.
Well, we had 12 series, 2 touchdowns, 3 field goals, which was 23 points. We punted 3 times. We missed a field goal. We had a fumble. We got stopped on 4th down and end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Navy scored 4 touchdowns, and they punted 5 times, and they had 2 turnovers. Our defense got 2 turnovers. And then the end of the half.
And, man, it's so long ago now, but, that was the first quarter, right, when Navy had those turnovers, and ECU was unable to score touchdowns and had to settle for 3-point attempts. All right, 317-1250. We have a few open lines, and we have Caitlin up in Tarboro. Hey, Caitlin.
Hey, I just wanted to call in and say that from where we've been to where we were, and to what we're becoming now, that I'm very proud of this team and all the coaches, and I want them to keep their head up, stay strong and positive, and always give no quarter. They have so much resilience, and I just want them to stay loyal and bold.
All right, Caitlin, and Coach Smith, a good one for you here. You can find a lot to work on after a win, right? You can say, all right, we won the game, but we got to work on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
How about in a loss? I mean, there's no moral victories for you guys, I know, but are you, back in the locker room at practice this week, are you giving some positive reinforcement? Hey, guys, we lost, but we played well on Saturday. What's it like?
You can tell them that, but, you got beat. That's the bottom line. We got beat. Now, what do we got to do to keep from getting beat? That's the whole deal.
Yeah.
I know Coach Houston probably told them, you played a good ball game, but you didn't play a great ball game.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't win. So we're going to go back to work. We're going to look at the film Sunday. We're going to get the things corrected that we did wrong, and we got a game next week. When you win, have a short memory. When you lose, have a short memory. The only game that matters is the next one.
All right. Glenn, what you got?
Speaking of Houston in the postgame, I'd like to play a little bit of his opening statement.
Mm-hmm.
He was emotional today.
All right.
And I think our fifth quarter would like to hear it.
All right. So, Mike Houston after the game.
That's really like my team. I love those kids. They've changed the program, and you guys can't see what I see every single day. But I'm telling you, that bunch fights. I'm proud of them. just the effort that they gave today, and the adversity that they've had all week this week, and the effort that they gave today, and the way they compete, the way they care about each other, the way they trust us as coaches. It's been so hard to get to this point. But this team is going to get better every single week. We got a lot of season left. And I just, my hat's off to Navy. I mean, they played a phenomenal game, did what they had to do to win the game. And I'm just really, really proud of the kids and the way they fought, and pretty special effort out there today. You guys know the history of this series more than I do. But last year, and I don't want to get into it too much because I want to focus on today, but that was the most humiliating loss of my career. And this team, the way they responded this week, and the way they continue to respond every week, it's what we're trying to do. I'm very proud of that group.
All right, Mike Houston, emotional after this loss, and some of that adversity is being without your starting quarterback, being without three guys who you would count on to play today, along with Holton Ahlers, and thinking about last year and how bad they got beat on the field in Annapolis. And he was, again, Coach, you want the result to be different, but he was proud of the effort they showed today.
Well, again, you're taking over a program that was in dire straits when you got here, and I think Coach Houston realized it was going to be more than a 1 or 2 year fix. And what I'm excited about is on our defense next year, 8 of the guys that played today, 8 of those guys are going to be back for 1 or 2 or 3 years.
Well, technically, too, Coach, this year doesn't count against you.
Right.
So if you have room, you can bring the seniors back. But to your point, they're a young group that's going to gel together.
And then on our offense, 9 of those guys are coming back.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if we keep our staff together and we don't panic, which I know the coaches won't panic, the fans can't panic either, let's just keep doing what we're doing day in and day out, and let's get better each week, and when it's all said and done, we'll see what our record is, All
right, 317-1250. Well, good job getting that, Shirley and Glenn, up so quickly. And if we have more comments, we can hear those later on the U.S. Sailor 5th Quarter Call-In Show. We have some open lines. We'll take a timeout, come back, and get back to your calls after this.
Hi, this is Billy Parker, and football is here. Tailgate at home with family and friends this season and let Parker's Barbecue do all the cooking. While tailgating at your house, let us provide all the food with our delicious chicken, barbecue, seafood, and sides. We can customize packages for any size group, big or small. Give us a call today and place your order. Parker's and football, a winning combination. Also shipping nationwide at parkersbbq.com. Parker's Barbecue is how friends and family come together.
BMS Builders is your premier custom builder in Eastern North Carolina. Building in neighborhoods like Blackwood and Mills Creek in Greenville, Dalton's Cove in Farmville, and Belmar in Ayden. These are just a few of the developments featuring BMS Builders homes. They can custom build the home of your dreams. Just ask Dr. Dennis Ross in Greenville and many of their other satisfied customers. BMS Builders built their homes, and they can build yours too. Contact them today at 916-1578 for BMS Builders.
This football season, prepare your taste buds for the most iconic sports watching drink of all time, Pepsi. Designed to power even the most passionate of armchair quarterbacks, Pepsi has everything you need to start strong, keep you in the zone, and recover from those triumphant wins.
Before I was just your average football fan, but thanks to Pepsi, I'm a football watching MVP. Nothing can stop me from cheering my team on to victory or overreacting when the ref makes a bad call. What do you mean he wasn't in? That looks like 2 feet to me.
With refreshing deliciousness specially formulated to keep your eye on the ball and mouth-watering fizziness to help you power through game day, Pepsi is the premier football watching beverage.
I used to care when Mike cheered so hard he spilled nacho cheese on my carpet or wiped buffalo sauce on my new couch. But thanks to Pepsi, I'm so in the zone, even Mike can't ruin my football party. See? Don't even care.
So this football season, make Pepsi your go-to game day drink because it's the only drink made for football watching. Pepsi, that's what I like.
Medicare is not one size fits all, but which plan is right for you? Hi, I'm Denise Walker, and I'm a licensed insurance agent here in North Carolina. Whether you are turning 65, new to Medicare, or already have a plan, I can help you compare your Medicare options. I can help you find a plan offering low to no monthly premiums, prescription drug coverage, and a wide range of additional benefits like dental, hearing, vision, and more. Call me today at 434-531-5674 to get a no-cost, no-obligation Medicare benefits review.
Did you know your small change can make a difference? The next time you visit McDonald's, please consider rounding up for the Ronald McDonald House. Your change adds up and can help many folks in Eastern North Carolina. Just $10 can provide a free night stay for families with sick children here in Eastern North Carolina and across the state. Just ask your cashier at checkout or choose to round up for RMHC when ordering through the McDonald's app. Thank you for visiting your local McDonald's owned by Dixon Foods and for your support of the Ronald McDonald House of Eastern North Carolina. Did you know you can help prevent natural gas emergencies? Whether you're planting a tree, putting up a fence, landscaping, or starting an excavation project, Greenville Utilities strongly encourages you to follow the law and call NC 811. Even minor contact with the natural gas pipeline could cause a natural gas emergency. Before digging or excavation of any kind, North Carolina law requires you call NC 811. Please call at least 3 full working days in advance so all utility lines can be professionally marked prior to digging. Stay safe, avoid damages, and call 811 before you dig.
This is Stephen Igo, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Quarter post-game call-in show. Here's Clip Brock. Now, with the Pirate Radio scoreboard, here's Shirley Rhodes.
Well, Temple outlasted South Florida by a final of 39-37. Temple picks up their first conference win of the season. West Virginia beats Kansas 38-17. Number 1 Clemson behind 5 touchdown passes by Trevor Lawrence wallops Georgia Tech 73-7. Number 13 Auburn was upset by South Carolina 30-22. Games going on right now at the half as Notre Dame 6, Louisville nothing. Arkansas leads Ole Miss 7-0 in the first quarter. UCF and Memphis are tied at 7 apiece in the first. Duke has an early 7-0 lead over NC State. Texas A&M and Mississippi State underway, no score as of yet, and Wake Forest has an early 7-0 lead over Virginia in the first quarter. That is a look at your scoreboard. Now let's head back into the U.S. Cellular 5th quarter postgame call-in show. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
All right, we have a few open lines. If you want to get in, 317-1250, you can do so on the Fixed NC live line. And we will go to Kyle, who is leaving the stadium right now. Hey, Kyle.
What's going on, Clip? I'll tell you what, man. I'm proud of those boys today. We're getting better. Our defense last week, this week, it wasn't perfect today. We gave up a few big plays, but by far the best performance we've had against triple option on defense since we've been playing Navy on a regular basis. And you look at what South Florida offense today is doing to Temple, and that was a great performance last week looking back. Garcia today was asked to come in and lead the football team and not make many mistakes. They didn't put a lot on his shoulders. He made a couple bad throws. I don't know what the situation was with those snaps. I don't know if that was on the center or on him. It's hard to tell from the stands. Clip, do you have any information on what was going on that drive where we had to settle for the field goal with those snaps?
Later in the second half?
Yes.
One of them, Garcia, was talking to his running back, and the snap came in like a ground ball to a shortstop. So he wasn't expecting it, and it was a bad snap. At the other, I did not see a replay on that. It looked like it was low and kind of to the side of Garcia. So, again, I didn't see a replay on that one. The first one, though, Kyle, he definitely wasn't expecting it, and it was not a good snap, and it just blew. When I saw it live, I thought they were running a fumble-rooski or something, the way it was sitting on the ground like that. But, yeah, that was ugly.
It was.
Go ahead, Coach.
The first fumbled, not fumble, but the first bad snap, what I thought happened just from coaching all those years and seeing it happen in practice, the center started to snap it, but he realized it was the wrong count, so he
Tried to pull it back.
And that's what caused that. He started to snap and then said, nope.
Yeah.
And now the other one, I don't know what happened, but I'm pretty sure that's he started to snap and tried to stop, and that's what happened on that one.
Yeah, and, we had to settle for a field goal on that drive, and we could have potentially tied it up there. So for us to compete like we did today without Holton, who knows what would have happened, but just watching that game, particularly off the short fields we had early in the game when the defense was just on fire, you got to think, man, if Holton would have been playing, we'd have won that game by a couple of touchdowns today. I really believe that. And, I'm going to put this loss with an asterisk beside it. When you look at the way the running game's improving, the O-line, the way they've improved since Georgia State, the way we found a star in Rajay Harris, the way the defense is gritty and just, doesn't give up, keeps playing hard for 4 quarters. You got to believe when we get Holton back, the days of us just walking into any American opponent and knowing we're going to get thumped are over. I really believe that. I expect to go to Tulsa in a couple of weeks and be competitive. Who knows if we'll win? Temple, everybody else, on the rest of the schedule, right up to Cincinnati and SMU. If we keep improving and we have our quarterback, I believe we can compete with anybody in this league. We are trending in the right direction. And the amount of improvement I've seen since that Georgia State game is just tremendous. And hats off to the coaching staff and these players. And it's a shame. I feel bad for them. And nothing to be ashamed of today to have that performance without Holton. And Garcia's got a bright future. He was asked to play way before he should have. And I'll hang up and go Pirates.
All right, Kyle. Thanks for the call, man. Tulsa was supposed to play today. They were postponed their game against Cincinnati. They will play next Friday night. They're the new Friday night team, apparently, on ESPN at USF. And then the Friday after that, they'll welcome in the Pirates. So they do have a road trip in between. We'll keep an eye on what they do next week and talk more about that when we get there. But, Garcia, again, was not supposed to start this game. That's not how the script went. And I don't know, do you even get into the ifs, Coach? If Holton Ahlers plays in this game, they win? Or
No.
you don't worry about the hypotheticals?
No.
Yeah, you worry about. Yeah, but again, very encouraged by what we saw today on each side of the ball. What's up, Shirley?
Oh, I was going to ask you, do you have access to the stats for this game?
Yes.
Because I would love to see how many tackles, assisted and solo, that Diabreu had, because he was absolutely everywhere. And was, pretty much the point man for a lot of those behind the scrimmage tackles. I'd love to see what his stats look like today.
Well, on the UB stat sheet, Shirley, and that's a good point because, I guess your linebackers are usually your leading tacklers. When it's a defensive lineman, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
And today it was Xavier Smith with 15. Rick Diabreu, Shirley, had 10 tackles, 5 solo, 1 tackle for loss. Second leading tackler on the team
He
today.
only had 10?
Yeah.
Gosh, it seemed like he was way more than that because he was involved in just about every play.
And again, Chris Willis looked pretty good. He had a sack today, the game's only sack, the team's only sack. And then the rest of the guys listed here are linebackers and DBs. So Diabreu, the highest tackler amongst the defensive linemen, and played a good game.
Yeah, I was very impressed, especially because when we talked about the dive man and the fullback, when we talked about in the pregame, that those were the things that we needed to kind of shore up, because if you didn't take out the fullback or block the fullback, they could break for long runs, and it just seemed like every time they tried to go with that dive man, it was Diabreu, or at least it appeared that way to me. Diabreu was right there to meet him.
Yeah, and Coach, I was terrified of them throwing over the top, and early in the game they hit a pass play. Only 3 completions today for Navy, 3 out of 4, 30 yards. You'll certainly live with that, right?
Yeah, I was even shocked that they threw the ball as many times as they did early in the game.
Yeah.
Because used to they only threw if they had to.
They threw 2 times last week total, and they threw 2 in the first couple drives today. One thing that Coach Smith talks about is explosive plays, big plays. Nelson Smith, who had big numbers last week, even bigger numbers today, 157 yards, 2 touchdowns, a long of 32. And then Carruthers, the other fullback, 82 yards, touchdown, had a long of 20. They broke a couple, Coach. And
that's what killed us was the dive.
Yeah.
on the score.
That's where their big plays came from, both the fullbacks.
We did a nice job on the perimeter. I don't think they had a run over 15 yards outside the tackle box.
Yeah.
And then they gutted us a couple of times out of the middle.
317-1250. If you want to jump in, give us a comment, question. If you have a question for Coach Smith, we will take it here on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. We'll take a timeout, come back, and have more for you after this.
While you're sleeping, our whole hogs are slow cooking over wood to create that bite that Eastern North Carolina is known for. I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have been the torchbearers for what whole hog barbecue is supposed to be. At Sam Jones, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors. Everything, and I mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Come on over and see us at Sam Jones Barbecue, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. Sam Jones Barbecue, Fire Tower Road.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an Auto Owners independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with Auto Owners Insurance.
This is Norm Bryant with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates.
UBE and PirateWear.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory ever. Brand new Adidas is arriving daily, along with Under Armour, Columbia, and Russell Athletic. UBE is loaded with cargo, and new items are being added daily to PirateWear.com. Be sure to check out our children's store, The Crow's Nest, for all of your young pirates. UBE and PirateWear.com, an ECU tradition for 50 years. Go Pirates!
Let's turn a trip to the branch into a tap on your phone. Let's hit pause on a lost debit card without hitting pause on life. That's how First National Bank is redefining convenience, with a top-rated mobile app that puts more security and control at your fingertips, and friendly people to help you succeed right by your side. Let's get started at fnb-online.com or your local First National Bank. FNB member FDIC.
2020 certainly hasn't been the year many of us were hoping for, but one thing has stayed the same. I'm Tim Sutton with Greenville Auto World, and our commitment to our customers has never wavered. Let Greenville Auto World show you how easy it is to buy a quality used car in Greenville. We believe in fair prices, superior service, and treating customers right leads to satisfied repeat buyers. Your vehicle is a big investment, and our customers trust us to keep them up and running with outstanding service and value. With Greenville Auto World, cross from Hardee's at Bell's Fork.
Hey, this is Jay from Villa Verde. Did you know that Villa Verde opened up its second location? Yes, it's Villa Verde Dos on Arlington Boulevard across the hospital. This new location is a fast casual environment where you can make your own bowls for only $9.95. Choose from our fresh ingredients, from our toppings bars, or enjoy an amazing rotisserie chicken. We promise you can be in and out in less than 15 minutes. For a quick, healthy meal at an affordable price, visit us at Villa Verde Dos on Arlington Boulevard. Villa Verde, a platform for good.
In studio with Gloria from Kinetic Physical Therapy. What kind of wellness services do you guys offer?
We have massage therapy with your choice of either a relaxation massage, a therapeutic stretching session, or a prenatal massage. We have foot reflexology. We partner with Pirate Cryo for cryotherapy, also known as cold therapy, and we have health and wellness coaching. And if you're interested in holistic body therapy and saving money, we encourage you to check out our wellness membership plan, where you can have all of our wellness services at a constant discounted price. You can learn more today at kptonline.com.
This is ECU assistant football coach Roy Tesh, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, 317-1250 is the number. We have open lines if you want to jump in now. Darius Penix unable to play in today's game. Reportedly due to contact tracing. He says, congrats to my boy Rajee Harris for breaking Chris Johnson's rushing record by a freshman in a single game. So Darius Penix giving a congratulations to his teammate there. Rajee Harris had the big 80-yard touchdown run. I thought it might be slipping away for the Pirates, but Harris had that 80-yard touchdown run and had him right in the game there in the fourth, Coach.
Did. And that kid's, is he just a freshman?
Yeah, that a true freshman. Yeah. That was his. He was playing high school football this time last year.
Yeah, and he's played great last week.
Yes, sir.
He's going to be real special.
He's got some size on him and looks good running the football for ECU. Coach, you got tons of notes there. What numbers are standing out to you from your notes today?
Well, I used to, when I was coaching, I always told my defense, hey, we're going to play 12 series. Hey, we got to stop them, 70% of the time, which means defensively, if you take the field 12 times, the game changed over the 40 years I coached. But I told them, I'll be really satisfied if we play 12 series and only give up 3 touchdowns and a field goal, which was 24 points. Our defense went out today and played 12 series, and they gave up 4 touchdowns. Well, my goal would have been 3 touchdowns and an extra point. A field goal. So now our offense has got to do better. They also had 12 series, but they only scored 2 touchdowns. That's 2 touchdowns in 12 attempts. That's not good enough.
One thing you said that really is tough for you to control. You want your defense to outplay their defense.
Right.
Today, that wasn't the case.
That's not. If your defense makes all the goals except points, you give up more points. We got beat. I was in a game when I was at the University of Kentucky. We got beat 2-0.
That's tough there.
Never forgot that. We got beat 2-0.
What'd you say to the offensive guys after that one?
And there was another game we got beat 3-0. That was back in the 90s.
That's tough right there. We were looking at some of your old school's results today, and it was a mixed bag. ECU played pretty well defensively. Kentucky played great defensively.
Yeah.
In a win over Tennessee. And you might need to go talk to the Georgia Tech players. They gave up 73 today, Coach, to Clemson.
I know.
73.
Unbelievable.
It's a lot of points there. 317-1250 if you want to jump in on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. We have some open lines. Coach, so you're coming off a loss now, and you go into the open week. What's the ideal open week like for you as far as the work you do at practice? Are you looking at your next opponent? Is it more about just looking at yourselves? What's the bye week like for you?
Well, usually on Sunday they will watch the tape and probably condition. Like the weightlifting coach will run them and they'll have a flush workout. They'll be off, I would think. Now, I'm not the coach, so I don't know, but they'll probably be off Monday and Tuesday. And then they'll have a practice Wednesday, Thursday, and possibly, Friday. And then they'll let them go home for the weekend. Or he may go out Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and let them have Friday and Saturday off, and then come back Sunday and start getting ready. Well, they don't have a game that week, so the week that you're open, you can get a jump on your opponent. But basically, it's almost that open date week is almost like spring practice.
Right.
Your older kids, your seniors, they won't get a lot of work. They'll get enough to stay fresh, but you really look at your freshmen and your sophomores, a lot.
And then you get into the game week, and you got to move it up a day because you play on a Friday instead of a Saturday. So they'll figure all that out. All right, 317-1250. Donna, hang on. Let's go to Charlie in Pittsburgh. Hey, Charlie.
Hey, Cliff. Hey, Coach Rick.
Hey.
Obviously, it was a tough loss today. I mean, it would have been would have been great to win. It's easy to say. What would have been different if it weren't for the COVID things, or if we'd have gone for it on the fourth, or if Dowdy Fickler had been packed with Pirate fans. But gosh, I saw a lot to be proud of today, especially in the defense. We saw a Pirate team that wants to get out there and hit somebody and wants to be in games in the fourth quarter. And when Coach Houston says that we're going to get better every week, just from this season, I believe him, because this is a different football team than we watched play against Georgia State. And I think we got a lot of potential, and I think in a couple of years there's going to be a lot of teams in the American looking over their shoulder when it's time to play the boys in purple. So I appreciate y'all taking my call. Y'all have a good one. Go Pirates.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you.
Coach, it's a lot easier for fans to be patient when you see performances like today that gives you some encouragement, that give you some signs that things are getting a lot better, right?
Oh yeah, and you know it's good for the coaches, except sometimes the players, they hear all the comments and they get patted on the back, and sometimes they, in their mind, digress. So as a coach, you got to be a SOB, you know, on Sunday and Monday.
Yes, sir.
Excuse my language.
Sure.
But it's just, you know, and we're not probably as mature as a team right now with all the young kids we got. You know, like what we say on defense, we had.
You got
defense,
three.
We got three seniors.
But I think 2 played today with Tank being out.
So, you know, you just, you know, for our defense, as young as they are, to go out and play against the Navy offense that had 7 seniors starting, I'm really proud of the way they stood up and fought.
I just had flashbacks to Rick Smith talking about Josh Hawkins having the big head. Well, Josh has got a case of the big head right now. That was some good stuff. All right, 317-1250. Donna is up in Virginia Beach. Hey, Donna.
Hey, y'all. Thanks for taking my call. I hope y'all can hear me okay. I'm on the highway. But, you know, I just wanted to say, just like so many other people, it stinks that we lost, but at least it wasn't a blowout. My dad and I were up in Annapolis this time last year when we were meeting with some of his friends that are Academy grads, and they beat us 42-10, and it was not a pretty sight, and they've come such a long way in just a year. I can't wait to see where we're at next year.
Well said, Donna, and we played some Mike Houston comments earlier. We'll hit those again before we get out of here, but he said that loss last year, what did he say was the most embarrassing loss he's had, and feels a lot better about the outcome today, even though it's still in the loss column. But night and day from what we saw in Annapolis last year on the defensive side of the ball for ECU.
Amen.
317-1250. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back. We have open lines, 317-1250, if you want to jump in. We'll be back on the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Call-In Show after this.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza, homemade lemonade.
Hey, Pirate Nation, Warren's Hot Dogs, 2 locations are open for business in Greenville and Chocowinity. Both locations have drive-through windows, so stop by today for hot dogs, pizzas, subs, apple and peach turnovers, homemade lemonade, and breakfast in Chocowinity, featuring homemade cheese, ham, and chicken biscuits, plus sausage dogs and more. Warren's in Greenville, across from Ron Ayers Motorsports, and in Chocowinity next to the fire department. Warren's Hot Dogs. Want some? Get some.
Weekdays are a great time to visit North Carolina state parks. The best time to learn about nature is to be able to look, listen, and feel its natural beauty. A visit to the North Carolina state parks is perfect for homeschoolers, scout groups, and teachers looking for a fun field trip during the week. You'll be amazed at all the natural wildlife you'll see when you experience the beauty of each North Carolina state park. Visit ncparks.gov to get all the information on the closest park near you.
If you are push mowing your yard using an inefficient lawn tractor, or your current zero-turn spends more time in the shop than mowing your grass, it's time you look at a Hustler zero-turn lawnmower. Residential mowers from Hustler are built like tanks and drive like sports cars. All Hustler mowers have fabricated, welded steel decks. Don't settle on cheap units with flimsy stamped decks from big box stores. Come see Ron Ayers Motorsports and we'll guide you to the right mower for your property and your budget. Find us at Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11 north of the airport in Greenville.
Do you think you might have been exposed to COVID-19? Maybe you're planning to visit parents, family, or friends. Arc Point Labs of Greenville offers same-day COVID-19 results. No referral needed. Same-day results available. Arc Point Labs of Greenville offers easy solutions to COVID-19 testing. Arc Point Labs of Greenville is located across from Vidant Hospital on Executive Circle behind Southern Bank. Call for an appointment or walk in. Arc Point Labs of Greenville, 215-5688 or arcpointlabs.com.
Can't make it to the game? Relax. Bostic Sugg Furniture can provide you with the best seats in the house. We have the area's largest selection of Lazy Boy motion furniture in stock and ready to go. Lazy Boy recliners, reclining sofas, love seats, and reclining sectionals in hundreds of colors, styles, fabrics, and leather, all at a very comfortable price. Remember, when it comes to Lazy Boy motion furniture, we're your ticket to the best seats in the house. Bostic Sugg Furniture in Greenville.
The fun place to dine out with friends and family is Familia. Familia has something for everyone and offers favorites like New York-style pizza, lasagna, homemade meatballs, plus new specials like chicken parm alfredo, mahi fish and chips, chicken piccata, veggie burger, butternut squash ravioli, and more. If you need food to go, Familia's drive-thru window is open and ready for all takeout orders. Familia, Fire Tower Road near Pitt Community College, and FamiliaNC.com.
The Frells family lives on a lush piece of land called Greener Pasture, and they work on it behind the wheel of a John Deere 1 Series tractor. With its durable construction and features that hook up to dozens of attachments with ease, no job is too tough. The Frells family runs with us, because this is more than just land, it's home. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Get quality at every turn with Quality Equipment, your local John Deere dealer, with 27 locations in North Carolina and southeastern Virginia. Find out more at QualityEquip.com.
Pirate. Once a child wants to spell.
P is for pirate. R is for radio.
Speak and spell. That is correct. Radio. You are right.
I'm learning a lot, really.
Pirate. Pirate Radio.
You're listening to the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Postgame Call-In Show. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, 317-1250, the number on the Fixed NC Live line. We have open lines if you want to jump in. Pirates losing today 27-23. Put up a great fight in today's game. We got our Brown and Wood drive of the game. This is not a drive. The drive of the game is probably 8 plays, 44 yards that ends on the Mason Garcia touchdown. But anytime you can go 80 yards in one play and 84 yards in two play, that's a pretty easy drive. Coach Smith doesn't like it because that means the defense is right back on the field.
No, I like it if we score.
Okay, if we score, it's okay. All right, yes. Good. 80-yard touchdown run by Raji Harris, which put the Pirates within 7 points and had an opportunity there late or early in the fourth quarter. They're able to add 3 more, but ECU falls 27-23 and lose today against Navy. Navy, by the way, is now 3-0 in conference play, and they've won those 3 games by a combined 9 points. So they beat Tulane by 3. They beat, Temple by 2, ECU by 4. They know how to win the close ones, Coach. That's what they've been doing.
Well, I've said this 1,000 times in my life since I got into coaching 40-something years. Winning is a habit. Unfortunately, so is losing. And Navy is used to winning. You go back and I don't remember the last time Navy had a losing season. And they find a way to win. Honestly, I don't think their athletes are as good as ours. Now, their athletes are older than ours, and they're more disciplined probably because they're at the Naval Academy. But again, what we say, 7 seniors, Navy's offense, 7 seniors, 4 juniors against our defense with 3 seniors, 1 junior, and 6 sophomores and 1 freshman.
Yeah, all upperclassmen for Navy, and a lack of that for ECU, certainly.
Now, Navy's defense is young. They only had 2 seniors and 4 juniors. They had Navy's defense now 5 sophomores.
They're young. Donnie Kirkpatrick said, though, they did have 8 returning starters, so they're kind of an old young, if you know what I mean. They played last year and were able to get experience. ECU just can't say that right now with all the youth they have on the field. All right, Troy D is on the Fixed NC Live line. Troy was there at Dowdy Ficklin Stadium and saw the action today and saw a gutty performance by the Pirates. Unfortunately, Troy came up 4 points short today.
Yeah, and it was good to see fans back in the stands. It wasn't a ton, but the 7% that were allowed by the governor at least brought some energy in the stadium. So that was good to see. That was a positive. And I tell you, this game will always be remembered, at least for me. This is the COVID game for ECU, because if Holton Ahlers plays in this game, in my opinion, and no one's going to change my mind on this, ECU wins this game. I don't think there's any doubt about it. And not only does Holton Ahlers play, but Darius Penix plays, and all the other guys that are contact traced because of this, what I think was a false positive for Holton, who had to sit out. We talked about this in the pregame clip, that I didn't understand why they would not retest Holton, these tests have a certain percentage of false positives, and when you've got someone as important to the team as Holton Ahlers, you would want to retest. I just don't. No one can explain that, why they wouldn't do it. Now we find out today that Holton was able to retest on his own, not through the university, and has come back negative, much like, I guess, what's happened with Nick Saban. So, honestly, if he never had it and that test was false, they did that young man a disservice today. And they did the other young men a disservice today that weren't able to play. They should have been able to play if that was the case. They should have retested him. They should have been 100% sure. Those tests have a false positive incorrect ratio. And even if it's 1%, he could have fallen into that 1%. 1 out of every 100 is wrong. Whatever that percentage is, and I think it's higher than that, actually. To me, that's what this game will be remembered for. And look, it was good that, I think Mason Garcia got some valuable experience. I think he's got a bright future. I don't think he's ready for primetime just yet. And I think the whole, hey, is Mason Garcia the next guy eventually? But not right now. This team's got to get back on track. They need to get Holton Ahlers under center, and they need to get him returned to the team as quickly as possible, as far as I'm concerned.
So to prevent this from happening again, who's at fault for him being able to test again? I mean, is it ECU? Is it the AAC? Why, moving forward, if this happens again, who's responsible for not allowing another test?
That's a good question, and I think that's where we need to get to the bottom of. I don't have those answers. I have been told that certain folks within the department fought to have him retested, and they were told they couldn't retest. I don't know if that's a conference issue. I don't know if it's a medical issue with the I'm not sure who is what protocols they're going by. But in my opinion, those protocols need to change when someone tests positive. And it's not just for Holton, it's for anybody. If someone has a positive test, there should be a protocol in place that they're immediately retested to make sure that positive is accurate, because there is a certain number that aren't accurate. And what we found out today is this might have cost East Carolina a victory.
The guys that test negative, Troy, test 2 more times in the week to make sure they're negative. It would make sense for the same to happen if you test positive.
Correct. When he got a positive test earlier this week, they never retested again and was told he can't retest. It's common sense. I agree with you, Cliff. You're constantly retesting the people that test negative, but if you get a positive test, you're off the board. You can never test again. And in fact, I've been told now that he's tested positive through the university testing, that he won't be tested once players test positive. I've been told by someone on the inside now, when a player after they test positive, they don't have to be tested again for 3 more months. Now, here's the crazy part. So he's good to go for 3 more months, but what if that test once again was incorrect?
Yeah.
It seems to be.
Yeah.
So now he could catch it a month from now, and they won't even be testing him.
And affect the whole team.
Correct.
Yeah.
That is the idiotic. It's idiotic. It makes no sense to me why they have these certain protocols that you can't test out of. Well, why can't you test out of it? What if the test is wrong? And this is not something that is a impossibility. This happens all the time. I've run into a number of people that have been tested positive, and they came back, they retested, and the positive was an incorrect false positive is what they call it. That happens. That happens on a regular basis. I'm not saying it happens every time, but it does happen probably more often than people realize. And unfortunately, I think this is what got Holton caught up. Now, I don't understand, and someone's going to have to explain that to us, who makes these decisions. And is this something that needs to change on the conference level? Is this something that needs to change on the NCAA level? Is this something that needs to change at the university level? Or all three? I don't know, but they are harming these student athletes, in my opinion, and they are not helping them with the way they're going about this.
I don't believe it's a NCAA policy. I don't believe it's a conference policy. I believe university, and again, I could be wrong, and I'm glad you're going to find out, but I would think that you could test your players as many times as you wanted to during a week, especially your starters.
Especially your quarterback.
Yeah, I don't know when he tested positive, but, these guys that are testing positive in the NFL, they're moving the game to Tuesdays, but
right,
and testing them again. I don't understand why he couldn't be tested again. I know.
I don't get it either. And who is advocating?
Yeah, who says it's got to be the university, because it isn't. I don't believe it's a conference rule. I don't believe it's a national NCAA rule. I mean, if the head coach at Alabama can be tested 3 times in a week and become, where he can coach again, it's not an NCAA rule.
Somebody with some knowledge of the situation says it's a conference deal, a AAC policy. But again, Troy, we'll ask those questions and try to find out.
Yeah, but as I said, that I'm going to go up the conference ladder, and that needs to be changed. Yeah. I just think, who came up with that rule? Why would you have that rule? In my opinion, that only hurts the university. It only hurts these players, and it's a stupid rule. It makes no sense. And in this case, that rule has worked again. Has wronged Holt Nailers, if that's the case. If his test was negative, and let's say he tests again Monday on his own, and it's negative, and he never had it, but that test registered in error a positive, he's been penalized due to no fault of his own, and that's wrong in my opinion. I don't care. Look, even if the kid was a third-string special teams player, they should still check. But especially your starting quarterback, you want to make sure this thing is right, and these things are not always right. And I just think that's the big story of the game, and in my opinion, that cost East Carolina a victory today.
All right, Troy. Well, we'll have a lot more on that and the fallout from it coming up on Pirate Radio Live on Monday. We'll see you here in the 5 o'clock hour of that show, and have a lot to recap, that part of the game and also the part where the Pirates hung tough defensively against Navy, but we'll recap it all with you on Monday.
Sounds good. Always enjoy talking with you guys. Y'all keep up the great work.
All right. There's Troy D. Once again, 5 o'clock Monday. More thoughts and your calls on the big calls of the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Call-In Show. All right. You still have an opportunity to be on the big calls as we take a timeout. We will come back and have more for you. If you got a question for Coach Rick Smith, you can give him a call, 317-1250. We're back with you after this.
Sawyer's Fun Park is now open in Greenville. This state-of-the-art 40,000 square foot facility features a 2-story LED interactive laser tag, a one-of-a-kind 2-story ninja course, a ropes course with a 180-degree zip line, and it's only one of 5 in the country that are indoors. Multiple climbing walls, a super cool arcade with 40-plus games, and a brand-new full-service cafe and bar for adults. Visit the brand-new Sawyer's Fun Park, now open, located right behind ARU on Corey Road, Greenville.
It's bow time.
The barbecue sandwich from Bojangles is back. Wait, Bojangles has barbecue?
Yeah, keep going.
Well, okay then. We're talking tender pulled pork with a tangy Carolina vinegar kick, unforgettably topped with our country coleslaw, all on perfectly toasted buns. So if you're like me and missed it last time, get your hands on a barbecue sandwich combo pronto.
It's bow time.
Let us help you get back to business.
This is Donald Stocks
and Justin Judge of PIP of Eastern North Carolina.
We're ready to assist your business with branded PPE. Would you like face masks with your logo? We can do that. Plus custom social distancing signage.
Now is the time to ramp up your marketing efforts. Whether it's cutting edge, contactless, touchless marketing, or traditional direct mail, we can do it all.
We are PIP of Eastern North Carolina.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning inviting you to join my team at Farm Bureau Insurance. Right now, during hurricane season, is a good time to review your coverage with a local trusted agent like me. I will make myself available before or after business hours, and my clients always have my cell phone number if they need anything. From home, auto, or life, give me a call today and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates!
You don't need a big meeting. You don't need a birthday. You don't need any excuse at all. You just need to love subs. Times 12. Order the Jersey Mike's catering box today. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
It's Jersey Mike's time. One Club Supreme? Check. What's Aaron's Way? Only $2.99 for Pepsi and Lay's? I'm in. Order your sub Aaron's Way on the Jersey Mike's app or visit a Jersey Mike's store.
Banking is banking until service is not the same.
This is Eric Clark from Select Bank and Trust, and this year has been unusual, but we have continued to focus on what has always been important to us, our customers. When businesses needed access to the Paycheck Protection Program, our team of local bankers worked around the clock to successfully keep our customers open and their employees working. Wouldn't you like to deal with a bank that is responsive to your needs, can make local decisions, and cares about you, the customer? We are Select Bank and Trust. Bank local, bank select.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, this is Phil Steele of Phil Steele's College Football Preview Magazine, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, about to turn this off. Back-to-back home runs by the Dodgers in the first inning. Let's watch football, Coach. This is not making me happy. 317-1250, the number on the Fixed NC Live line. If you want to jump in and give us a call, you can do so right now. 317-1250. Double B, Brian Bailey saw the action go down at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium today. What's up, Bailey?
What's going on?
We've had a number of topics to discuss today. The defense really standing tall for a lot of this game and playing much better than I thought. I think a lot of people thought they'd play today. Bailey, we'll start there. What did you see from that Pirate defense today?
Yeah, I really thought they flew around and really handled the option better than a lot of teams have gone through East Carolina in that East Carolina Navy series. I mean, they really did a nice job, I thought, on the fullback. They kept Navy in second and 8, second and 7 a lot of times. They had a couple of big plays that Navy made, but they're going to make some. The way they run the football and the way they block it. But I really thought that the defense, they gave East Carolina a chance. Coach Houston, after the game, was talking to us before we went on with the radio network, and he said, you can see the culture changing. You can see it out there. And I think, when you think about this team, in the past, you're down 27-13 in the fourth quarter, and I think past Pirate teams would have turned it over on downs, and Navy would have driven it down the field and won the game 34-13. I mean, I think that's what, even as well as they'd played up to that point, I think past teams would have ended up like that. But I think what we saw, Raji Harris takes off 80 yards. That was unbelievable, just electrifying, and really got the crowd back involved, although the crowd was small, but still, they got East Carolina right back in the game, and they really had a chance, and, they didn't get it all done, but you just, now with all the talk that's going on right now, you kind of wonder how this game would have played out if the Pirates hadn't had to. I was calling it the COVID curveball. Now I think I'm calling it the COVID knuckleball.
It was a knuckleball, a screwball, something, Bailey. It was
screwball's better. Yeah, I like that better.
You can use that one. It didn't work out in the Pirates' favor, and it is a shame. And we've read the Griffin Ehlers, the brother of Holton Ehlers, put out a comment on social media and talked about how Holton went out and got a second test on his own, and that test was negative. And his final line in his statement was, turns out ECU is down 4 starters because of a false test. Unbelievable. And man, that makes it frustrating for people to handle.
And I don't know if it's a protocol. The whole thing with this COVID-19 thing is that we've never gone through anything like this, so we don't know what in the world is what a lot of times. And this is just another instance. Every time something happens, people go, well, it's 2020. Well, this is another great example because, there is no reason as to why, as Troy was saying earlier, but, why not get another test? I mean, especially if it was a person, in talking to everybody that I know personally, that said he's more careful than anybody. And so when he tested positive, there was a question anyway that maybe there was something weird going on, and evidently there was. And it just doesn't make any sense. And if I'm, I just don't know what the ruling is as why you wouldn't. I don't know where that's written. Is it in the scripture somewhere? Is it in, where is it written that, okay, once you test positive, we're not going to test you? That makes no sense at all.
It was chiseled into a slab of rock,
yeah.
Bailey. I don't know. What about
rock away?
Mason Garcia, Bailey, first start. They obviously scaled things down for him. I thought he looked great in the run game. he can sure see over the offensive line. I can tell you that. He's a monster back there at quarterback. Missed some throws like you knew he would in his first start, but much like this game overall in the defense, I saw some encouraging things. How about you when you saw Mason Garcia today?
I think he's going to be an outstanding player. I just think it's going to take a while to learn, everything you have to learn as far as offenses go. I mean, when you look at the game, I was in the bleachers watching this game and the stands, and you could see at times where receivers were open, but he was brand new out there. I mean, he was just thrown right into the fire. I think Donnie did a nice job of getting him, some plays that he could handle. I think the offensive line did a really good job again for the most part. Now he was rushed a couple of times, but they were able to run the football. If you'd have told me they could run for that many yards, then I would say the Pirates had a chance, and they did have a chance. But I think that just the whole situation right there. The one thing I will say, I don't think Mason Garcia leaves this game thinking, I don't know if I can play at this level. I think he leaves this game thinking, I just need some experience and I'll be fine. And he's got a chance to play under Holton for a while, and I think he's going to be really, really good.
And Coach, who's the quarterback of the defense? Maybe the middle linebacker or the safety back there. You missed that. You put in a true freshman who's never started before. What kind of headaches does that cause you? I mean, it's bound to happen, right?
Yeah, but really, I thought the kid played great. I mean, how many snaps did you tell me he had?
He had 3 ever going into this game a few weeks ago.
Ever, and he probably found out, Wednesday or Thursday that he was
we mentioned that too, Bailey. What probably Tuesday, Wednesday, he found out he was going to get the ball?
Yeah.
So Wednesday's the first time he gets the majority of the
first
snaps.
team reps. Exactly.
And you don't do much on, Friday's a walkthrough. So he had practice on Wednesday and a short practice on Thursday. You're on the field Thursday about an hour and 15 minutes. I bet they extended practice because of him. But I thought the kid did a great job, 2 or 3 reps his whole career, and all of a sudden on Wednesday, hey, you're the starter.
Well, he goes in that huddle, and he looks around, and he's like, excuse me, fellas, but I'm a true freshman, Mason Garcia. And then Raji goes, well, I'm a true freshman, too. I mean, so you got a lot of youth in there.
That you do. And again, Bailey, the calls we've gotten today, the messages I've seen on Facebook Live, fans can be a lot more patient when they see a performance and an effort like they saw today. You hate it's another loss on the ledger, but, man, people will give you some time when they see the fight that ECU put out there today.
Well, I think, all of us have seen the Navy games through the years and know how difficult these games are. And we saw a defense that fought the whole time. We knew the Pirates were playing left-handed, basically, with a quarterback who had taken 3 snaps, and we knew it was going to be an issue on offense. The fact that they were able to run the ball whenever the opposition knew they couldn't throw it, probably, even though Mason's, he's got a great arm, he can throw it, but they knew he was so inexperienced that the Pirates were going to have to try to control the football, and they still were able to run for the yardage that they were able to run for. I mean, I think it's very encouraging. There's a lot of football still to be played. Coach Houston was like, "Hey, I can't wait to get back to work and get set for Tulsa. This is going to, we got a lot of football left." And so, if they can continue to get better and better, I think good things will happen.
Double B, Brian Bailey joining us. Bailey, we got the Brian Bailey Show coming up Monday at noon with ECU having the off week. You going to talk some hoops on Monday?
Talking some basketball. Head coach Joe Dooley joins us live in the studios. That'll be a lot of fun. Coach Dooley can tell some great stories, and he's got a basketball team that I think is going to be much improved this year.
I'm looking forward to that, Bailey, and Bailey will be in a good mood Monday because his Cowboys played Monday night. So you would not be you won't
for a while.
You won't be coming off a loss the previous day. You'll be in a good mood, right?
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah.
All right, Bailey. We'll see you here on Monday, man. Thank you.
All right, go Dodgers.
Well, they're going right now. It's damn 3-0 already. All right.
All right. We'll see you.
Bailey gets in a nice little jab there at the end. Well done. All right. Last call, Shirley. Last call for your calls. 317-1250. We'll be back to wrap up the U.S. Sailor 5th Quarter Call-In Show after this.
Hey, welcome to Jack Brown's. What can I get you?
Can I get a vodka soda with a lime, please?
No liquor, just beer.
We have beer out the wazoo.
And we don't even know what a wazoo is.
IPAs, sours, gozas, wheats, stouts, porters, you name it, we got it.
Drink 100 beers and join the Notch Club. Don't be a nerd. Ask about the Notch Club.
Yeah, we've got the best craft beer in Greenville.
Awesome. I'll take a pack to us light.
You got it, on the way.
Jack Brown's Beer and Burger Joint, located at 805 Dickinson Avenue, right in the heart of Uptown Greenville.
Get your ice cold Bud Light Seltzer here. Even though you can't go to the game, doesn't mean the game can't be brought to you now here. Just go to budlight.com/delivery. That's budlight.com/delivery.
Give me 2 mangoes.
Coming at you. It's a little short. Ow. Sorry. You know what? I'm just going to walk them over to you.
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, and Bud Light Seltzer, IRC Beer, beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier American-styled restaurant and bar. Join us at the Rick House for mouth-watering steaks and the best burgers around. Check out the spicy mahi risotto or the bourbon pecan salmon. Wednesday night is date night. 2 salads, an appetizer, a bottle of wine, 2 entrees, and a dessert for just $55. Thursday is ladies' night with $5 martinis and special apps. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville. The Rick House.
Every team knows that the 2-point play can be a winning move. That's why I'm here. State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer and my team are here to help you go for 2 by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score some savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way we're here to help life go right. Call me, Timothy Sawyer, at 493-0002 today.
Hey, Dad, what's for dinner?
How about CPW's?
Is that the restaurant with the really good lasagna?
It sure is.
Is that the place we got the awesome meat pizza?
Yep, that's the place. Should we do dine-in or take out?
I'm tired of eating it. Let's go there!
Just say no to cooking tonight and bring the family, or make it a date night at CPW's. CPW's is open daily at 3 p.m. and has been serving the Greenville community since 1995. CPW's in the Food Lion Shopping Center near the hospital.
Hidden phone trade-ins, hidden plan requirements, hidden catches. You won't find them at US Cellular because we speak fair. Plus, when you switch right now, you can get the latest phones free. Upgrade to fair. Upgrade to US Cellular. Requires new postpaid service plan, new line port in, credit approval, qualified smartphone purchase, and comes via monthly bill credit on a 30-month RIC. Taxes, fees, and additional terms apply.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit AtlanticWireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
This is Big John Williams, strength and conditioning coach for East Carolina football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Welcome back to the U.S. Cellular 5th quarter call-in show. Last call for your calls, as we are here with you until the last caller is served, and unless somebody calls in the next 3 minutes, the last caller has been served. Coach Smith, Pirates fall today, 27-23 to the Navy midshipmen, and your final thoughts on what we saw today and what we'll see moving forward from this football team.
Saw a much improved defense. You know, they played well last week, played well again this week, and they've just got to enjoy, you know, the people patting them on the back for a few days, even though we got beat, and they got to forget it, and they got to go get a win against Tulsa in 2 weeks.
Can you say what you told Glenn and Shirley and I, how you handled wins with your players?
Yeah, you can tell them, but don't use bad words.
You said you were pretty hard on the guys after a win because you had to. You had to get them back down a little bit, right?
Yeah, I mean,
and again, today wasn't a win, but they won last week. They fought their tails off today, so they got to be feeling a little better, right?
Now, when we would look at the film on Sunday, I mean, if we won or lost, you know, we looked at the film and it was very constructive criticism. Now, when we won, we had a great time, you know. But when that was over, we'd cut that projector off and say, now, okay, that game is in the past. we've patted you on the back, and you had a great win. Hey, we got to get ready for the next one.
Ruff and McNeil would always say 24-hour rule is in effect.
That was
Is
rough.
that about your time period, too?
Yeah.
24 hours? And then all that's over with.
All that's over, and the bad words started coming out.
And you SOBs still were sorry in that game.
Yeah.
But Mike Houston, man, let's play that one more time. Do you still have it, Shirley? If you could pull that up, just his emotion, and we'll sign off with this for the day, because he is not happy that his team lost, but, man, he was proud of the way his team fought. And just judging by the messages I've seen and some of the calls, people are excited about the future of where this is going. Coach Smith has talked about how bad it was and the hole he had to dig out of, and shovel by shovel load he might be digging out of that. Here's Mike Houston after today's game.
That's really like my team. I love those kids. They've changed the program, and you guys can't see what I see every single day. But I'm telling you, that bunch of fights, I'm proud of them. Just the effort that they gave today, and the adversity that they've had all week this week, and the effort that they gave today, and the way they compete, the way they care about each other, the way they trust us as coaches. It's been so hard to get to this point. But this team is going to get better every single week. We got a lot of season left. And I just, my hat's off to Navy. I mean, they played a phenomenal game, did what they had to do to win the game. And I'm just really, really proud of the kids and the way they fought, and pretty special effort out there today. You guys know the history of this series more than I do. But last year, and I don't want to get into it too much because I want to focus on today, but that was the most humiliating loss of my career. And this team, the way they responded this week and the way they continue to respond every week, it's what we're trying to do. I'm very proud of that group.
Mike Houston, proud of his guys in defeat today, the effort they showed, the adversity they had during the week, and the way they played on the football field this afternoon, Coach.
Well, again, I keep saying, winning's a habit. Unfortunately, so is losing. And we got time for a little story?
Yes, sir.
When I left Georgia Tech, we had won 9 games. And I went to the University of Alabama. And we are during spring practice, spring training. We're about, 5 days into spring practice, and we go in after practice, and I'm sitting there, and I got my head down in my locker. I'm just really down and depressed. And Mike DeBose, who played at Alabama, he said, "What's the matter?" I said, "God, we ain't very good in secondary. I had much better players at Georgia Tech." And Mike said, "You're at Alabama. We win here." And I said to myself, I said, "What's he talking about?" And then Sylvester, who also played at the University of Alabama, he said, "Rick, these players play better than they are here." And we went on that year and won 10. But we didn't have as good of players at the University of Alabama as we had at Georgia Tech.
It's a mindset.
And it stuck in my mind. I never forgot. It's winning is a habit. We have to establish that here again.
It's hard to change habits. Mike Houston's trying to do that right now. So.
And every positive step, and today was a positive step.
Sure.
And it has to hurt when you lose. And sometimes when you play a really good, but you lose, it doesn't hurt as much. And when it doesn't hurt as much, sometimes it's harder to get those kids to practice and bust their butt. And then the coaches have to be SOBs at practice, to wake the kids up and get them to come around.
Yeah.
But I know Coach Houston's the right man to be at this school. And he's got a darn good staff. And if we'll just, as fans, be positive, leave him alone, one day we're going to be trying like the devil to keep him here.
I tell you what, I feel a lot different after this loss than I did a couple weeks ago when the team got beat in Atlanta. Just a completely different feeling.
Let's just remember, Georgia State beat Tennessee last year at Tennessee and Georgia State. Let's see where they are at the end of the season. That's a good program. They got a really good head coach there.
Coach, thank you so much for joining us today. Always appreciate it. The listeners and callers do as well.
Well, I hope they do.
So thank you. And we'll see if you're in town next Friday. We'll get you back on Pirate Radio Live as well. Always enjoy breaking games down with you on that program.
Okay.
All right, there you go. Shirley, great job today. We were with you bright and early, and we're leaving home, and the sun's still out for a little while, so we'll enjoy our evenings. Big Dog, Glenn Griffin, great job as always, sir. And thank you so much for tuning in to the Bud Light pregame tailgate and U.S. Sailor fifth quarter call-in show with us today. You hungry? Want some food to maybe watch some late night football? How about Parker's Barbecue? Man, they hooked us up today with some awesome barbecue, chicken, all the fixings, all the sides, sweet tea, hush puppies, cornbread sticks, you name it, we got it. And you can get it at Parker's Barbecue, 3 locations in Greenville to serve you. All right, folks, we will talk to you again Monday at noon. It's the Brian Bailey Show, 3 o'clock. Pirate Radio Live will recap it all once again and talk about the bye week coming up for the Pirates. For Coach, Big Dog, Shirley Rhodes, I'm Cliff Brock. So long.